What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave and the Professor here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge. We hope you guys had an awesome Christmas and a happy holidays. We trust Santa brought you everything you asked for and you had some really tasty, yummy food. But today is our final video of 2021, guys. I've been teasing it a lot. You can already see what it is there. You can tell what it is by the title. It is, of course, the awesome, the epic, the one and only life-size bust of Boba Fett. And so these are the first two main bits that really came out of the box, the base and the torso with the kind of fixed mannequin head. We actually did buy this, guys, quite a while ago, right? It was, I can't even remember, well, I say a while, maybe 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, and it's an expensive thing, guys. What, cool 1,000?
Yeah.
I'd say 999.
Yeah, it's definitely an investment for or hardcore fans.
It's life size though, guys. So, and who isn't a fan of the Fett? And so what I was getting at was, because this was so expensive, we obviously wanted to make sure it was in working condition, nothing was broken. So of course we took it out of the box, we looked at it, we made sure everything was all perfectly fine, and it was. But it obviously means we're not going to do the kind of full unboxing right now. It actually was a huge box, as you can imagine.
I don't think it would fit in the shot anyway.
No, it was wider than this table, right? I don't know, length maybe not so, but definitely it was much wider. But there's a few kind of shots, or I'd say still shots, that I took when we were unboxing. I honestly don't know why I didn't film it. That was probably a bit stupid, should have done that. But yeah, guys, as you can see, it kind of came layered, was put together really well, or I should say kind of packed really well. And it was, who was it actually from?
Just Geek.
Just Geek. Check them out. I mean, didn't we see some other busts and things, loads of like props and replicas,
yeah,
busts and statues and things like that. Be sure to check them out. We'll put a link in the description. We have no affiliation with them, but we found them a really cool site, and we were really happy to get this. So I guess really the first thing to do is to try and pop this bad boy onto this bad boy, which was a little bit fiddly, right, when we first did it.
Yeah, I think because it's got these little connectors that make a few things light up on the torso, and it's kind of a bit finicky just getting them into place while
we need
attaching it.
Turn that round to make it easier for you. So I don't know if you guys can see that there. We'll obviously do a close-up of that little kind of connector that then just sort of pops in there. Don't crush my hand. That's in. And then he just kind of sits on it. I think he's on, right?
Yeah.
Just like that there on the stand. We're obviously going to do close-ups and 360s and whatever to give you guys a better look at it. The one thing I guess we can say in terms of criticism right off the bat was maybe criticism's a harsh word, but we just felt the base could light up. These kind of things at the front. Yeah,
it would have been nice if there'd been something extra in there, considering you can plug a AC adapter into the base, or batteries in the base to light up a few bits in the torso, but it's very minimal. It would have been nice if there'd been perhaps just some LEDs at the front.
And there's not really like, I actually just thought there's not like a plaque or anything here either, right? Is there?
No, there's nothing really.
Obviously we had this thing here, but that would cover like the whole thing if you kind of stuck that there. But yeah, that's like real nitpicking when you've got the rest of this thing on display, and when we've put the rest of the things on, you guys are going to see how truly epic this thing is. Alright, so what do we want to attach next then? We've kind of got a few options here.
I think we'll attach the chest piece, which has another of these electrical connectors.
Those little annoying things.
All of these kind of just snap kind of in with magnets.
Can you see it there?
No, can you see that sort of? So yeah, all these little clipping connectors just pop in.
Like so.
And then the piece just snaps on as magnetically.
And obviously it does move slightly. But
yeah, you can kind of get it into the position you want.
Get it back into the place. So there you guys can now see that there on the front. Again, we'll do close-ups. We'll obviously turn it on as well. We've then got this, what are these, Pauldron? I've been calling them Pauldrons, is that the right word?
I believe so, yeah. That's what
this was before, let me just show you, that was the very first teaser I did. If you guys have been watching and following, we'll just pop it in there like so. What else do we have behind us? We'll do the cape first.
It might be easier to do the backpack, or the jetpack, I should say.
Jetpack with a rocket on it. This is pretty cool.
So yeah, this set is kind of designed after the Return of the Jedi outfit, so the colours are slightly a bit more vibrant.
Kind of electrical connector thing here at the back. Well, I don't think this one lights up too much, right? Does it?
No, it's only got a small LED on the top.
Yeah. But we'll show that off anyway in just a second. As we said, these things are they're quite small. They can be a little bit fiddly. Got it in there. Got these bits that kind of lift up. There we go. Clicks into place. As you can see, it now kind of goes above his head there as well.
Yeah, the light up piece that then just connects into the back of the back jetpack.
And then, of course, we do have the cloak. Maybe, again, I say criticism was a harsh word. It is when you've got something this cool. We did kind of feel maybe this could have been like cloth or fabric or something like that.
Yeah, it might have just been a bit easier because it adds a lot of depth.
Yeah. We'll get the tape measure to show you guys. Well, actually, we can turn it round anyway. But I suppose it kind of gives it the like flowing in the wind style kind of pose, right? So I guess that was the reason for it. And what does that just kind of go in there?
Yeah,
pretty much.
So it's over the back jetpack.
I mean, there's slight movement to it again, but it's obviously you just kind of want it there, nice and snug in place. I don't know if you guys can see that there. A few holes. Again, we'll obviously do some close-up shots for you guys as well. Let's maybe just turn that around then, just so you guys can see. Almost catching the thing there. It does add a hell of a lot of depth. In fact, let me just get the old tape measure. I reckon it's maybe 20 centimeters, 8 inches that it adds to the back here with the cape. Might be a bit less, a bit kind of hard to tell. Maybe I'm not really doing it in the kind of best place. Maybe 6-7 inches that it adds on the back. It does, or it can make it harder to display, like I said, because it creates more depth. But then we do have this other little piece, right? If I then pop the cape
off. So
off.
If you want to display the piece without the cape, they give you this nice kind of little piece that just
like a stud? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I guess so. Just matches the other pieces that keeps his armour together, I guess.
And that kind of thing allows you 6 to 8 inches of depth saved to display the statue. And now for the final piece of this not so intricate puzzle. Do you want to do the honours? The iconic Boba Fett helmet. Not a cosplay piece, right? You can't actually wear this.
It is a...
Wait, did you try and put it on though?
I was tempted just to see how it fit, but yeah, it is a...
Yeah, I was scared.
There's no visor in it. It is completely foam inside, so there's no visibility.
Yeah, I was scared to put it on because I got a pretty big head, and I was like, yeah, I think this is going to get stuck on my head. And the last thing we needed to do was cut. Well, the helmet itself isn't like £1,000, but you would have ruined a £1,000 model by trying to stick something on your head. But there it is, guys. Obviously, yeah, we've got the cape down here that would kind of go on like this. We've got the stud there that, as you can see, easily pops out. We'll pop the cape back on there, kind of curl it around. The head is kind of tilted to one side as well. But look at that, guys. How cool is that? Let's, though, now take a look at it in greater detail. So let's maybe start at the back, take a look at the jetpack, and then kind of work our way to the front. So let me just take the cape off here, getting a little bit stuck under the helmet there. So yeah, as you guys can see,
this model is based off the Return of the Jedi costume with the kind of more colourful jetpack. The Empire Strikes Back one was kind of all green to match the armour, but it's heavily detailed, kind of in the colours, matching the movie prop, I suppose.
Yeah, I like the weathered effect. I mean, it's all over the figure as well. Weathered effect, is that the right word?
Yeah, I think it's weathering
damage.
Yeah, it's technically battle damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess the armour's obviously a number of years old, belonging to Jango Fett before Boba inherits it.
Well, we know he's kind of got it back. Well, it's in much better condition now than we currently are. That drops in 2 days, right? 29th. The Book of Boba Fett. Do not miss it. Disney Plus. Don't know why I'm giving them a plug, not that they really need it with millions of subscribers and whatever. But what do you know what these symbols are here at all? Is this like Mandalorian or...
I assume they're Mandalorian. I think there's always been this controversy whether or not Jango Fett was essentially a Mandalorian or not. I think George Lucas always maintained Boba Fett wasn't, but I think that was prior to the prequels. But it's yeah, I can only imagine it's Mandalorian, seeing as all the Mandalorians use these kind of jetpacks.
And they're the actual like boosters to fly, right?
Yes, essentially
boosters, that's the right word.
I think they just snap them on with some kind of maglock and jet off, somehow controlling it from their
and this
armband.
Then rocket on the top, that's where we've seen them, like when I say them Mandalorians, they kind of bend over or hunch over and then fire a rocket out, right? That's right, what we're looking at here, right? Pretty cool. And then this thing here is the only thing that really then lights up on the back.
Yeah, this piece has got a small LED in the top. I guess there isn't really a lot of other pieces that would light up unless you could actually like fire the jetpack off.
Yeah, and you don't really want to shoot the rocket out either. Like it's probably quite a heavy. Well, maybe it's not going to be too heavy a bit, but it probably would cause injury to someone. And not to mention, already we have mentioned it several times, the expense of this set as well. Alright, so let's turn this thing around, man. This is pretty damn heavy. So let's turn it. Whoa, I'm kind of stuck on the table there. So you guys can kind of see this side bit here. So another yellow pauldron here with a bit of kind of battle damage, whether they're bullet holes, who knows. No, what's the thing called? Mythosaur, is it?
Yeah.
Is that what the thing is? Nothing here on this pauldron, unlike the other one that we will see in a second. But what are these things? We read, were these like Wookiee braids or something?
Yeah, I think these were Wookiee braids that he has attached to the side of his...
So are they like kind of trophies, I guess, or...?
I would assume so, being a bounty hunter and a...
Isn't trophies more for like a serial killer or something? The bounty hunters really take trophies, but it's pretty cool. It's like synthetic hair, right?
Yeah, it feels like it. Actually feels like really...
Was it? We've got blonde, brown, and kind of grey here. Don't know if I've ever seen a blonde Wookiee. Is there? Is there a blonde Wookiee anywhere?
Possibly.
Maybe. But as we kind of come a little bit round here, then on the front, we've got this logo here, which is something personal to him, right?
Yeah, I think it's a sigil of Jango Fett, or possibly even his mentor. It depends whether it's canon or legends that you're getting into.
Yeah,
it's never been explored on
in
the TV or film universes.
Yeah, we've never seen anything like that. I can't remember if it's on the new armor either, like from the Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett.
I think it is on there.
Is it still on there?
Yeah, I think it is on. I think I've seen it in the trailer. So
I guess we'll find out in a couple of days.
Yeah,
time.
You never know. They might go into detail about it.
Yeah. And then onto the left chest piece, which has this LED display, and we don't think this has ever really been fully explained what this is, right?
No, I believe it's supposedly supposed to be some kind of life support system or something like that, but it may have been explored further in Legends, but yeah, I don't think there's any hardcore detail on what the actual insignia is and what it means.
Yeah, because as we can see there, it is kind of changing throughout. I mean, that kind of light going across, maybe that kind of has some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Semblance? I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean? That kind of suggests it could be life support, the top bit there, but whatever those kind of numbers and things are underneath, not entirely sure. We did kind of joke that maybe back in the day, because they built a few different suits and stuff, they didn't necessarily really care what it meant, so...
No, it's likely they just kind of fitted some kind of LED thing to it to make it look cool in space, and obviously cameras back then couldn't focus on clearly what the things were, so... That's
the thing, and years later people kind of, well, as Star Wars became so huge, people probably been racking their brains exactly what these are. Maybe we'll find out a bit more again in the Book of Boba Fett. The rest of the piece, I mean, it's pretty much the whole kind of chest piece there is that traditional kind of darkish green, right? He's got some, I don't know if that is a bullet hole there as well. There's a bit of a dent.
Yeah, there's a few dents throughout the armour. Making it look very very well used.
And then onto the other shoulder pauldron there on the left. This has the Mythosaur logo. Again, really not too much different apart from the logo. Logo, is that the right word? Sigil, symbol?
Sigil, yeah, I'd say sigil.
But yeah, other than that, like I said, pretty similar to the other one. Well, actually, I'm kind of looking at it now. It's maybe not as dented as the other one, but still some kind of paint scuffs and that weathered effect, the wornness, like we said. Also, we haven't really touched upon actually the kind of, what is the grey bit underneath? The
yeah, it's kind of flight suit, I guess, that the armour attaches to.
It's kind of got some cool effects to it. Really, kind of looks like it could be real when it is really just plastic or resin or whatever this sort of material is. Cool, but they've kind of painted it and molded it so it kind of looks real. It kind of looks
it looks like it's got stitching on it. It really does look like it's a proper material as opposed to that hard plastic when you actually touch it.
And popping the cape back on, as we said, maybe if it was fabric or cloth, might have been cooler, but obviously they've done it this way, so it's kind of got that, as I said, blowing in the wind kind of style there. And this is the Return of the Jedi colour cape as well, right? Or was it?
Yeah, no, I think this whole model is based on the Return of the Jedi costume. I think the earlier one in Empire was the whole jetpack was kind of green to match the armour, and the shoulder cape was actually a lot lighter.
Yeah, I kind of thought more like a sandy colour.
I think so, although it's always difficult to tell with cameras and lighting back
especially
in the day for these movies.
Wasn't it in Empire? Isn't the guys in the AT-AT drivers, aren't they wearing blue or something?
It's like a light grey, but it shows as white. But it's similar with Han's outfit as well. It was brown, and it shows up as blue on screen due to lighting.
But back to the cape. Obviously, they've again kind of is this resin, right? Is that the correct, or is it plastic? I don't really know what the actual material is, but it's they kind of made it so it looks realistic, like it looks like it could be fabric.
Yeah, it's got a lot of texture to it and patterns in it. It's obviously looks like it's been for a few battles itself, with a few holes and pieces missing out of it, and tattered ends.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like the ends are very tattered there. Almost, I don't know if that's kind of, if you go in real close, is it like dirt on there as well? It's kind of a bit hard to tell. I don't know if that's kind of stuff there on the paint job that they've kind of done well, but again, a very, very cool detail to add to this statue. Let's now really take a look at I don't know if it is the centerpiece, but the helmet is always the really cool, iconic thing of Boba Fett. And I mean, this helmet looks pretty battered, right? He's got the bullet hole there. Is that Cad Bane? Is that canon? What's going on?
I'm not sure. I think that was supposed to be. I think there was like a Clone Wars episode that was in production before the show got cancelled, where Boba Fett and Cad Bane had a duel and they both shot each other in the head. Was there some
footage of that?
It was unrendered footage, I believe, but I think that's all been capped now, because obviously we've since seen Boba Fett,
Cad Bane
in
the Bad Batch.
Yeah, which I think is obviously later than the duel would have happened.
Yeah, true. So whether we'll find out whatever happened there, I don't know. Time will tell. Obviously, he's got the newer armour now, where that dent is no longer in there.
Well, I think the dent's still there. It just looks like he's coloured it, which I thought was kind of interesting, because it seems like he's repaired a lot of the rest of the armour. Yeah. But the dent seems to still be there. He's just obviously coloured everything in.
Maybe it is like a, I don't know, personal memento is the right word, but maybe it's like a memory. Again, maybe something that will come up in the Book of Boba Fett. I think it would be awesome to see Cad Bane in live action. Personally, I kind of really like him. As you know, I'm a big Western fan myself, so he's pretty much kind of like a space cowboy. But really, we're back to this helmet again. What can you really say about it? Weathered effect, lots of damage there on the. This is obviously the visor. I don't know what this piece around the visor is called, like the frame of the visor. This kind of reddish colour. Did we ever know what this little thing here was?
No, I'm not entirely sure what that is, actually. I don't know, again, if it might be something to do with life support or something in...
Like ease of breathing? Or
in different models, it's been shown as being silver or chrome. Obviously, in this variant, it's like fully coloured.
And then we've, of course, got this piece that does come down. What is this actually called?
The rangefinder.
And this... Is this what it uses to shoot the rocket out about, the missile?
No, not necessarily. I think this is for... It may work in conjunction, but I think it's similar to most of the rangefinders that the clones had and the Mandalorians. It just allows you to focus on things from
True,
far
actually,
away,
now that
like Luke's binoculars and
yeah. I actually said it earlier, didn't I? They normally bend over to shoot the rockets. Yeah. So of course, you'd be looking at the ground with this thing if it was kind of down. This also lights up as well. I mean, it is just like two little red lights. There's the back piece there that really is just kind of magnetic, that sticks on. Battery not included. The switch is also inside, which is kind of a little bit weird, but I suppose the bit at the back, the magnet's really easy to take off and on, so...
Just pops on and off And yeah, I suppose if you had the switch on the outside, it would technically be
authentic.
Yeah.
But yeah, around the back of the helmet, nothing really else going on. It's the same kind of weathered effect, the damage, you know, the kind of paint scuffs. And I've always wondered, I don't know if you know what these things are on the side. I've always wondered what those are. Are they bounties? Are they kills?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were supposed to be his collected bounties or his kills, but then you think, being the most notorious bounty hunter in the galaxy, you'd actually have a few more than that, maybe. But
yeah, I think even doesn't Rex? We've got that Rex helmet over there. He has tons of things marked off on his helmet. But I mean, it's just again, I always say this. I don't really have any other words in my vocabulary. It's epic. It's cool. We didn't really even mention the neck pieces. There is kind of similar as well in the kind of effect on it. It kind of, because the head is kind of slightly tilted to one side, they've also kind of painted and moulded the neck as if it's being turned as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's got that kind of that textured look of the flight suit underneath, so it kind of goes all the way up the neck. They haven't just cut it off just because the helmet's hiding. It goes kind of all the way up to the throat, sort of thing, or where the throat would be.
And that is the bust, guys. Truly epic. I know I've used that word 4,000 times already. But it is just so epic, so cool. You know, the expense was a lot. It's definitely, like you said, an investment. It is tough to display because we already don't have enough room. We've got several Lego sets. I think I've got a wardrobe that's almost full of Funko Pops right now because we've literally got nowhere to put them. But yeah, we had to grab this. Such a cool thing. And I did want to give you guys a quick 360 of it, but it is far too heavy for the rotary turntable thing, whatever it's called. So like the great Neil Buchanan once said, here's one I made earlier. And that is just about going to wrap things up for today, guys. It's actually going to wrap things up for us here on the Geek Lounge for 2021. Much more to come in 2022. First and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with us here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated. We hope you guys did enjoy this video. If so, be sure to give it a like. Drop some comments below. Did you guys like this piece? If so, what did you like most about this? And would you ever consider purchasing something like this to display in your house? And just before we get out of here, guys, I did just want to say we really want to grow the channel in 2022. It kind of stagnated a bit in 2021 for a multitude of reasons that we won't even get into. So guys, please, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any future content that we have coming in 2022. Plenty more to come. We've got Lego, tons of stuff, right? Tons of stuff that we can show off. Like I said, we want to grow the channel, so guys, please do consider subscribing if you are enjoying the content. In fact, let me make it very easy for you. Apologies, Boba. Hit this button right here to subscribe. Hit it, smash it, click it, whatever. It's that easy, guys. Enable those notifications. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next year.
And on that note, Happy New Year.
Nerds.